Hey everybody, it's Denise with Bit Bougie. I am getting ready to top stitch a pocket onto some vegan leather. And what I'm going to do though is I have a yellow thread at the bottom in my bobbin, and I've got two threads at the top going through the same route, going through the needle. They're two different yellows. It's just I didn't get really the yellow that I wanted. So we are gonna top stitch this leather. This is a chrome tan, and I had originally put this pocket on and didn't like it because the yellow is off just a little bit. It's not the bright yellow that I always pick. It's a little bit more of a mustard yellow, but it looks pretty. It works. It works when you have, I did a little piping here. So I'm going to stitch, I'm going to use two threads because I just want to get the color just a little different. So with this, make sure I have a long thread, and it just looks pretty, the thread. And here we go. Just going right along the edge. Now, I won't backstitch with this because I have a leather needle in here. It'll cut the thread and it'll mess up my top stitching. So I'm just gonna wind up pulling this through. This is gonna be a lined bag that I will attach the lining to the gussets. And has no problem using two threads. Now I've got my hand on the wheel because I want to wind up in a spot. There we go. And then I will turn my project the other way. Yeah, I just like how it looks when you've got two different threads on top. It just looks pretty. It gives it a little bit more, I don't know, I guess you could say style. Just looks a little bit more custom. So I have glued this on with double-sided tape, pretty heavy, and the machine is fine. This is a 1541s, and I go nice and slow. There's no need. I'm not working in a sweatshop. No need to go super fast. This is a bag that I'm doing that's one of a kind. I just had some really pretty fabric and I thought, you know what, this will look really nice with some of the bright yellow that I have. I'm gonna go back just a hair. There, I've got that in, and then I will turn it. And it does pick up that stitch. And I go back this way. And you will also notice I don't have a thread guide. See, there's no thread guide. That cracked off years ago, and by the time that came in, I had to keep sewing, and I'm like, you know what? That's a worthless tool there anyway. Don't need it. So, there's a couple of things that I've changed on this machine. So, this is not your standard machine. It's been kind of, I don't know, customized by me. So here we go. We're going to the end. Now I had this kind of clipped together just because I had turned my piping inward, and I want to make sure that all of this is tucked in. I think what I will do at the end is I will put a small little rivet at the top, and I'm okay with that because that rivet is actually not going to hold anything. It's just more of a decorative piece. This thread is what's going to hold. Okay, so I'm not going to backstitch. I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to pull it out. You see my threads? I have two here and I have one here. Okay, very easy to do. This machine is wonderful. So let's see what it looks like. Look at how pretty that looks. See how pretty the stitching is? And here's the corner. It went into the corner and it went around. So I will cut this. And then, like I said, I'm going to pull through the back end here. See, I'm just going to pull and then pull those two threads through. Normally I can do it with my finger, but like I said, there's a lot of glue on this, and a lot of times I will just grab a little bit of oil and put that on my finger. People use alcohol. I really don't want to dry it out. I want to keep it moist. So this is where I will take this now and I will knot this up. And the way I knot is, you can open it up or you can do it like this. I keep them together. I use my awl, and there's my knot. So it's not going anywhere. Looks very pretty. I like how that looks. And that is the Juki1541s with a leather needle. I have a size 20 diamond in here. The thread is a Tex 70 times 2 on top and a Tex 70 on the bottom. So that's how you get that result. Happy sewing, everybody.